Hey everyone, welcome back to the 2017 Methods Exam 1, question 4. This question tells us that in a population of large fish, the proportion of angelfish is 1 over 4. We're going to let p hat be the random variable that represents the sample proportion of angelfish for samples of size n which are drawn from the population. Our goal here is to find the smallest integer value of n such that the standard deviation of p hat is less than or equal to 1 over 100. Now the first thing that we're going to take from this question is that the population proportion is 1 over 4. In other words, the p-value is 1 over 4. The next thing is we need to find the standard deviation of p hat. If you look at the VCAA Math Methods 3-4 formula sheet for the exam, it tells us that the standard deviation of p hat is the square root of p multiplied by 1 minus p, all divided by n, and everything stays inside the square root. Now with this, if I plug in p equals a quarter, let's see what we get. So we get a quarter multiplied by 1 minus a quarter, all divided by n. The next thing now we're going to do is, we're just going to simplify what's inside this bracket. That's just going to be 3 over 4. Again, all divided by n, and everything inside the square root. Now 1 over 4 times 3 over 4, that's just 3 over 16. And all divided by n, that comes out to be 3 over 16n. I'm just going to write this in a slightly different way. I'm going to write this as root 3 over root 16 multiplied by root n. Now root 16, that's just the same as 4. So we can write it like this. And we know that this is equal to the standard deviation of p hat. And we want the standard deviation of p hat to be less than or equal to 1 over 100. So we want square root of 3 over 4 times square root of n to be less than or equal to 1 over 100. We can multiply both sides of this inequality by 4 times root n, because 4 times root n is a positive quantity, so it's not going to change the direction of the inequality. So we're going to get root 3 is less than or equal to 4 times root n divided by 100. I'm going to take the same exact inequality. I'm not going to do anything to it. All I'm going to do it is I'm just going to write it in a different way. So I'm going to write 4 root n over 100 has to be greater than or equal to root 3. This is the same exact thing as before. Now I'm going to multiply both sides of the inequality by 100. And then I'm going to divide both sides of the inequality by 4. So 100 divided by 4, that's 25, and then multiplied by root 3. The final thing here is to square both sides. Now this seems a little bit tricky, so let's break down what 25 times root 3 whole squared is. This is going to be 25 squared multiplied by root 3 squared. 25 squared is 625. Root 3 squared is 3. Now if we just do this over here using multiplication, 625 times 3, 15, you carry the 1, you get 7, and then 18. So this is 1875. So n has to be greater than or equal to 1875. If we look back at the question, we need the smallest integer value of n. Since n can be greater than or equal to 1875, the smallest integer value of n is 1875. And that's going to be our final answer. Thanks so much for watching.